We don't really get closure from others. We build closure within ourselves. So I'm going to shout. I'm going to speak a lot louder here because there's a church in front of my house and I think they're having service and their journey is on. So help me God. God help me! Okay, so this is, oh my gosh. I have been trying to avoid emotional topics for the longest, but yeah, we just have to say it because I think it's well with us. So I want to start by saying some things don't end. Some things don't end. They just stop. No goodbye, no final explanation, no full stop, no sentence, just silence. We talk about closure a lot. Everybody be like, closure, there needs to be closure. But I doubt we really speak about unfinished things. No one really prepares you. No one really prepares you for unfinished things. Conversations that never happened. You wish they happened. Relationships that faded without clarity. You don't even know what happened, but something just happened. Dreams that paused and never resumed. You get unfinished things. I may even want to go into details, but this is a lot. As human beings, we struggle with more ambiguity than pain. Let me put it this way: pain has shape. Pain has shape. But then unfinished things have echoes. They just constantly echo in your head. There's just this constant ring in your head. This constant reminder in your head. It's often called open loops, portals. Yeah, let me put it that way. Portals, open loops. I think these are causes for traumas and the rest, but I'm not going into that. But yeah, your mind keeps returning. The mind keeps these open loops. The mind keeps returning because it wants resolution. It's just like there's a break in transmission. There's the line going straight, and then there's a break, and then it continues. So your mind keeps racing back because it wants this line to be finished, but there's nothing finishing it. There is nothing. So your mind, because of that loop, your mind keeps going back. That's why you randomly remember someone you've moved on from, or something you think you have passed. Not because you want those experiences back, not because you love or you like those experiences, not because you want those people back into your life, but because your mind never got to finish these sentences. Because your mind was just left empty. You were left hanging. Let me put it that way. To everything there is a beginning, there's an end. There's a beginning and there's an end. But now, this particular thing, there was no end. You know, when you have closure, when you experience closure, there's an end. Because both of you understand, you speak according to here. You speak, and then there's a full stop, and then you lock the gates. Closure. But then when there's no closure, I don't want to say the gate is open, but there's that loop. That loop is just there. It's still there. So what happens when the end never comes? Because actually there are ends that never come. You just have to move on. So what happens when this end never comes? When that end never comes? We are told to be strong. We are told to let go. You just try to just wipe it off your face. You just do a whole lot of things. But letting go, I know a lot of words will like cover it up, man up. But sincerely speaking, honestly, letting go without understanding feels like abandoning a part of yourself. The loop. Sometimes the weight in you, the open loop in you, isn't the person or the thing or whatsoever it is. It's just the constant why. The constant why. So let me just say, to cut the whole long story short, closure is not something someone gives to us, because we are made to know that closure, both of you, two people or two situations just come together, they sit, two situations come together, they sit, they discuss, they just say what's not and what is not. But I think I believe closure is something you give to yourself. It's not something others give to us. Closure is not something others give to us. It's something we gently build in ourselves. It's something we give to ourselves, gently building. It's not by rewriting the past, but it's by accepting that some chapters, and let me just say, just like some seasonal movies, you've waited and it just ended like that. There is no actual ending. I think that's why some people don't like watching seasonal movies, except they know there's an end. And just like some seasonal movies where it just ends abruptly, no continuation, nothing. Sentence. It's just by accepting that some chapters, some seasons in our lives, or some chapters just end mid-sentence. It just ends abruptly. So firstly and foremost, if you are carrying something in your heart, you feel you really need an answer, but you've not gotten an answer, or you feel, I don't know how to let go of this thing, it constantly bugs me, there's a constant reminder in my heart, in my mind, in this, in that. Firstly, I just want to tell you, you are human. A whole lot of us feel this. You have colleagues and sisters and brothers in this situation. You are human. You are not weak. You are just you. You are just experiencing one of the experiences we humans feel. So maybe, just maybe, healing from such is not about rewriting the story, as I said earlier. It's not about rewriting the story. It's not about finishing that particular story, because honestly, how many of you want to go back to that story? What constantly bugs you is just the why. The reasons, the questions, your unanswered questions, just the why. But most of us don't really want to go back to those stories. So maybe healing is not about you wanting those stories to finish. It's about learning how to carry it without bleeding. So yeah, this episode is for the person, it's for you who still feels silly for thinking about it. This is for you who chose silence and you are tired. You are just tired. This is for you who loves deeply. You've always loved deeply, but now you are careful. This is for you. I believe those stories shouldn't write what plays out now. It's just like writing an episode, you weren't able to complete it, and then instead of using that episode to write a new episode, you write a fresh new episode, you get, and you try to complete it. So I just believe you are good. There are good people outside. You have good things. There are good things outside. So don't let those stories, those unfinished stories shape you. Love deeply, laugh loudly, smile widely, rejoice, dance, do everything you could. Your past does not define you, okay? And then remember, you have to build the closure within yourself. I don't want to say nobody owes us closure, but we don't really get closure from others. We build closure within ourselves. So let's learn to build closure within ourselves. In that way, we'll be able to find peace within ourselves. So I hope you learned a thing or two from this. As always, I hope your joy feels loud, your peace comes easy, your playlist is fire, and I wish you a very great and blessed day. Goodness. Bye. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, share, comment. I would love to read your comments, hear what you have to say. It was so nice making this video. Thank you.